Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, August 30th, and this is our sky today. Hello. Okay, so August 30th, we only have 2 more days left. And remember, I told you all that I'm going to have to clean this car off. This car just been sitting here. I'm waiting on the Lord. My mother used to say that, and I used to look at her like, Now I find myself. Do you all find yourself saying like those idiosyncrasms that your parents used to do that you thought were kind of like corny, for a better lack of the word, but now you find yourself saying it like, okay, just waiting on the Lord. And that's just how she used to say it. Okay. But this morning, favor, FAVOR, was the prayer point of the prayer that I was in and had joined early this morning. Okay, so favor was the prayer point. You all did see that, right? Okay, that's one of the cats. It's kind of chilly here. We are at 67, I think. 66, 67, something like that. So, yeah, Labor Day is coming up. Actually, my birthday is on Labor Day this year. I was actually born on Labor Day. Isn't that something? So this year, Labor Day, it's my birthday. So that's the last summer holiday. So those of you who like to do your little outings and whatnot, which brings me to actually the video and the dream that I had. Okay, I guess God said stop wasting time. So here we go. A while ago, I had done a video. It was well over a year ago. I'm going to check and, of course, have the date of the video that I did, and it was in regards to meat. So strange. This never happened to me. I don't eat red meat. I stopped eating red meat in my 20s after I took a microbiology class, okay? It just freaked me out. So I don't eat red meat. The only meats I do eat are chicken, turkey. Every blue moon I'll have a sausage, but I'm not big, not because of, don't eat pork and all that. I just don't. So there's nothing behind that. So in this dream, my youngest daughter and I were in this meat market, and the meat market, it was crowded, and it was there were people there that were speaking other languages. Okay, so it was like a different culture, and what got me was the fact that I literally smelt the blood. Now, if you are, those of you who are new, because I did see that I have some new subscribers, and thank you for stopping by, and God bless you, and welcome to my channel. You know that, hold on. Okay, sorry about that, but you all know that, continuing on, you know that I'm a nurse, over 20 years, okay, RN. And so I've had my fill of being in bloody situations, fresh blood, old blood, infected blood, the whole shebang, right? But this dream, it was the smell of blood that it just made me so nauseous. It was as if something wasn't right with the blood of this meat. And when I got to the counter, we had all this meat. I mean, I had a stack of meat, just meat. And after they rung it up, it was like over, I remember $300 and something. I can't remember everything right now, and I didn't have enough. So I started putting things back. I started putting all the meat back. And one thing that stood out to me was hot dogs. We are not a big hot dog family. You know, the only time we usually have hot dogs is usually at some kind of barbecue or something like that. Um, I have bought hot dogs, but I don't buy them like, you know, some people love hot dogs. I'm not a big hot dog fanatic. So, and my youngest daughter, she don't even like hot dogs, period. She says she just don't like it. There's something about the meat she doesn't like. And it's strange to say that even now. But in this dream, I remember saying, just put back all the hot dogs. And my youngest daughter was like, yay, I don't like hot dogs anyway. And so I put all the hot dogs back. And I started putting a lot of the red meat because I didn't like, you know, I don't eat red meat. I don't like red meat. So I started putting back a lot of the red meat and everything. And I put so much meat back, and I had them to, you know, price it again. And people were standing in line, and they were upset, you know, because I was holding up the line. And once I put the majority of the meat back, and he retotaled it for me, I had enough. And I remember saying, yay, you know, and my youngest daughter was like, good. You know, she was more happy that I didn't get any meat. And like I said, that was a few years ago, a couple of years ago, I'm going to say, not few, a couple, because a few mean more than two. So sorry, sometimes I'm just technical like that. So forgive me. And I don't know why that was dropped in my spirit again today. So just be careful with your food. Remember, I've been talking about fast and everything. That's how that's really being dropped in my spirit. Fast. I'm not one to just say I'm fasting up, but I have, you know, and but that's been dropped in my spirit again about the food, and I'm not quite sure what that may mean to you. Maybe perhaps some of you feel the same way about your meats that you're eating. We all know that some of the meat started looking kind of funky, as we say, you know, maybe especially about 3 to 4 years ago, when the regular sized chicken thighs would look like turkey thighs. You know, so it's kind of suspect. And we're starting to see a lot of illnesses in our bodies, especially in our children, which should not be. So I'm really not sure why I'm going this direction, because I was not going to go this direction this morning, but I'm just saying it. So I'm not quite sure if it resonates with anybody. Then I know, oh, these kittens are scaring me. Okay. See, I don't know where she came from, but okay, they're back. The baby must still be downstairs. I'm going to show the baby to you guys. I think she's not feeling too well, but just know that it was dropped, I should say, in my spirit as well. Okay, so all I'm going to say, and I don't know, I'm just being obedient. Be careful of the meats that you buy. Look at your dates. Look at the coloring of the meat. You know, just inspect your food before you buy it, and just be very, very careful of your food, especially your meat, because my dream back then was centered around meat, and it was something about the smell of the blood. And we know that everything originates within the blood, okay? We know that the oxygen feeds the cells of the body, and we know the cells make up the tissues, and the tissues make up the organs, and the organs make up the systems, and the systems make up the body. Okay, so let's just be careful with what we eat, especially saints, those of us saints. Okay, we need to start paying attention. Because I literally have to really start paying attention. I'm a snacker. And God, I am a snacker. I would go all day without eating food, but I will tear up a bag of potato chips. I'm just being honest. I will tear up a bag of potato chips. You hear me? So let's just start to be careful of our bodies, because in my bloodline, the devil, Satan, has literally he wreaked havoc as far as illnesses. There's the illnesses of diabetes, especially high blood pressure. Okay, there's kidney diseases. There's cancer. Okay, sometimes it just pops up, has nothing to do with the environment or whatever, smoking or whatever. It has nothing to do with that. And my own mother wound up, of all places, with cancer behind her ear. So it was, that just blew us away. And she said she was astounded by our faith, because of course she was shaken. And I was in nursing school at the time, that's how I know. And I came in the house, and she said, I came to pick up my kids because she was watching my kids for me. And she said, I have something to tell you. Then she went on ahead and told me cancer. And I just looked at her and was like, okay, ain't nobody got time for that. So what you gonna do? We ain't got time for that. So you might as well just go ahead and pray that on up out of here, because ain't nothing happening over here. You ain't dying no time soon. And I just kept talking. I remember that. I just went about my business. But later she told me how shocked she still remembers that. She said she remembers how surprised she was, because all of us were like, okay, and what? You know, especially my youngest brother. She said that when they were in the doctor's office, and the doctor came in and told her, you know, they were gonna have to cut half her face off and all this other stuff, and the doctor walked out. She said my brother looked at her and said, okay, you preach the word, you around here telling everybody else about faith, so what you gonna do? I'm telling you, Ann lives by faith. I don't know where it came from, but faith has been my favorite word since I was a child, and I don't know why. I used to hear the preachers preach about faith, and that has stuck with me all this time. So, and as my channel progresses, I really feel like I want to speak to those who, my story is of falling from grace, okay? But God never left me, and He came and met me, and He picked me back up, and He restored me, okay? So, going forward. But yeah, going back to the original thing, I always do that. It's like I get these downloads, and I just started to talk about it. But meat, be careful your meat, because, okay, diseases carry through the meat, and then we consume them. Okay, all right, there you have it. So be careful what you eat. If it has been in your mind or in your spirit, in your heart, and you know that it keeps coming to you, and you don't know why, God is speaking to you as well. Something is on the horizon. Something is on the horizon, and we need to be able to maneuver around and move around. And we cannot do that if we're sick. He needs yielded vessels in order to work through and to speak through. And we have to be healthy. So let's start to take care of our bodies so that He can use us. We ask for Him to use us, but how can He use us if we are diseased? Okay? So, let's do our part. Amen. Bye-bye.